The wait is over. The Škoda Enyaq iV, our first ever purpose-built, purely electric car, is here.
The most sophisticated, the most technologically advanced, the most desirable, quite simply, the most important car we've ever produced. Enyaq iV offers our customers an accessible, affordable, real-world solution to e-mobility. And today, we're going to take you through this incredible car, inside and out.
We'll talk you through how to configure your perfect Enyaq iV, the batteries on offer, and their ranges and charge times.
We'll look at the unprecedented choice when it comes to the interior design.
And we'll go through the wide selection of optional packages so you know what to choose to make your Enyaq iV just perfect.
And if that's not enough, Will and I are delighted to welcome Television's Angelica Bell, who'll be getting to grips with the basics of EV motoring.
Hey everyone, I'm going to be getting the full EV experience by having an Enyaq iV in my life for a couple of days. Now, like so many of us, I'm a beginner when it comes to electric motoring, which makes this all the more exciting.
Together, we'll be getting to grips with the basics. How to think EV, how to plan journeys, how and where you plug in, and all the little things you need to consider when working out whether electric is the right choice for you.
And we'll be doing it all in the amazing Enyaq iV80.
Enyaq iV is a car designed as fully electric from the ground up, giving you longer range, better performance, and the whole life cost saving that comes with owning an electric car. In fact, this is the first all-electric Škoda to be built on Volkswagen Group's MEB platform, a platform exclusively for battery electric vehicles. Why does this matter? Well, compared to internal combustion cars, manufacturing electric is more expensive. But by using this shared production platform, Volkswagen Group is able to drive costs down to an absolute minimum, making e-mobility accessible to more customers than ever without compromising quality. Throw Škoda's trademark value for money into the mix, and you're looking at one of the best value for money battery electric vehicles on the market. And unlike the group's traditional internal combustion cars, which are front-wheel drive, with the MEB platform, the Enyaq iV is rear-wheel drive. This means instant power delivery. No rev ranges or gear changes. That power unit in the rear axle accentuates the get up and go that's unique to electric cars.
Okay, so let's take a closer look at the exterior. Enyaq iV represents the pinnacle of Škoda's product range. Charged with the brand's emotionalised design language, you immediately get an impression of dynamism and self-confidence. It's a car that makes a statement that will definitely be noticed. And, as well as looking fantastic, it is well proportioned. About the same length as one of our Octavia estates, the Enyaq iV's 2.8 metre wheelbase makes it feel much larger, particularly inside. In terms of weight, due to bigger batteries, the Enyaq iV80 and Sportline versions are slightly heavier than the 60. Yet whilst the 80 is also 112 kilograms heavier than our top-line Kodiaq L&K SUV, its streamlined body has class-leading aerodynamics. There are numerous little design tweaks all over the car which are specifically designed to reduce drag. There's an active cooling roller blind in the central front air intake. The vents automatically close off wherever possible, which reduces drag. And specially shaped exterior mirrors positioned on the front doors instead of in the window triangle of the A-pillar, along with spoiler and special aero wheels, all making big reductions in wind resistance. And speaking of wheels, you get a choice of alloys which are all large, between 19 and 21 inches, giving Enyaq iV serious on-road presence. The sculpted angularity of the sports bumpers at the front and the rear, the razor-sharp tornado lines that encircles Enyaq iV, and the inverted power dome on the bonnet are the next generation of Škoda's design. Staying at the front, the Enyaq's LED headlights feature state-of-the-art tech, with the main beams generated by these hexagonal modules. The middle chamber of these LED matrix headlights is used for bad weather lighting, or fog lights, as we used to call them. Now, Will, can you tell us about the boot area?
Certainly can. And there's a pretty cavernous storage space back here. The boot capacity is a whopping 585 litres. In real terms, that's over 20 average-sized carry-on cabin bags. Underneath the luggage floor is the rear axle and motor, so no room for a spare wheel. But what you do have is a tyre repair kit. And Enyaq IV is available with tyres that immediately seal a tread puncture without any pressure loss. You can get this as an option on 19-inch wheels, and it's standard for 20 and 21-inch wheels. Also, there's a small compartment here where your charging cables live. And if all this boot space still isn't enough for you, you can always add a fold-away tow bar. Easy to use, you just click a switch in the boot and the bar deploys. And this bad boy, and you can tow up to 1,200 kilograms braked at 8% gradient. Now, we know a thing or two about tow cars through our multi-award-winning Superb and Octavia models, so it's great we can now offer a zero-emission option to a whole new generation of caravans. Now, as futuristic as the Enyaq IV is, we've stayed true to our roots when it comes to the simply clever features on offer. In the boot, there's an Aladdin's cave of cleverness. You've got 4 bag hooks, 2 on the left and 2 on the right, each with a maximum capacity of 7.5 kilograms, putting an end to that moment when you pull away from the supermarket and all your carefully packed shopping spills all over your boot. There's also an optional net restraint system available as part of the transport pack or cargo net, with 8 separate fastening points to keep your luggage safe and sound. On the left is a light, and on the right is a 12-volt socket. And you've got 2 lamps in the tailgate to illuminate the luggage compartment and the area behind the car. And all this handy stuff comes as standard. Behind the rear wheel arches, you'll find these removable storage compartments, again as standard. And finally, how could we forget the old favourite? That trusty ice scraper now finds its home in the tailgate lining. As soon as you get inside, what strikes you is the sheer amount of room. And since this is a purpose-built, fully electric car, there's no gearbox. That centre channel you'd expect to find running through this 5-seat cabin is gone, and the interior space is absolutely maximised. Now, I'm 6'2" and 16 stone, putting me slightly above average height and build, but wherever I sit, I'm comfortable. There's plenty of headroom thanks to the cutaway roofline.
And it's the same roomy story up front. There's a 6.2-litre jumbo box of storage space under the centre armrest, and control is at your fingertips. Looking through the multifunction steering wheel, you can see a virtual cockpit instrument cluster, a 5.3-inch full-colour digital display with multiple layouts to choose from. There's Basic, which gives you a traditional layout with your speedo on the right, and instead of a rev counter, you can see charge level on the left. There's also Navigation, which displays the map and associated data of your journey. And when you switch off the engine, you get a goodbye screen, which gives you your latest stats, including battery charge level and range, both good things to keep in mind as you leave the car. It's easy to toggle between the screens using this button on the steering wheel. Now, while digital dash displays are pretty cool, they have been around for a few years. So check this out. The Enyaq IV is the very first Škoda to feature an augmented reality head-up display. We have head-up display on the 4th generation Octavia, but not like this. Available as part of the Infotainment Package Plus, the augmented reality in the upper part of the driver's field of vision projects navigation elements showing the driver which way to go or exactly where to make a turn. You can select up to 4 different types of information for the AR head-up display to show, from speed only, all the way to speed, navigation, assist systems, and traffic sign recognition. The AR head-up display is available as an option for most of the 60 and 80 range as part of the Infotainment Plus package, along with 3 years' worth of navigation and infotainment online.
Inside and out, it's a truly stunning, fully electric car.